Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today, guys, we're continuing with the Fiat 500 that we did yesterday's video. Done all the timing belts, water pump, service, all that yesterday. So today, we're going to continue. So, let's just get cracking and let's do this. So yeah, guys, we are continuing with this purple Fiat 500 Lounge today. And I want to try and get the complete front end on. I want to try and get it basically ready to go to the paint shop. And then, yeah, because I'm still waiting for parts off from the Mercedes GLA, to be honest with you. So I thought, you know what, let's just crack on with this. There is probably another one video we can do on the GLA, but let's just get this ready for the paint shop. And whilst the painters are cracking on with this, then we can jump on the Mercedes and really push that along as well. So yeah, yesterday we just done the timing belt, the water pump, the service, gearbox oil. You know, we've done it all. So it runs. So we've done that yesterday. It's all good in last night's video. So yeah, but the trouble is, like these hinges, I just can't trust them. I've got to be honest, guys. I just can't trust that they're okay. So we're going to swap these out. I'm going to go off and try and get some from a breaker somewhere. Hopefully I should be able to pick a set up this morning. I have seen a couple. So we're going to do that. Take those hinges off, do that. Got to get the bonnet down as well. We've got to spray the bonnet on the inside of the bonnet, spray it. So that's ready for the paint shop. And then he's got to do is just do the top side for me. What else? Oh yeah, I've got to get an airbox for the top. So I'll go off and try and find an airbox from breakers. I think I've sourced one quite close. So I'll only be an hour. Go off, get that, come back. It is still early. It's only 7:15. So I've got plenty of time. Excuse me. Plenty of time to go off and pick one up. Looks like that's a new coil pack, that is. That looks like a new one. Strange. Anyway, it just needs a good clean, this car. It really does need a good clean. I'm going to wipe it all over and clean it all up as best I can, as much as I can, before we get the front end on, really. So I can really get in here and wipe it and clean it all down. Don't know what all that crap is all at back there. Can you see, like, it's just like, I don't know, it's really weird. It's like paint, but it's not, you know? I don't know. It looks like paint splatter, but it's not. It's strange. Just wipes off. So yeah, I want to give it a good clean up, good wipe around. We'll get the front end on and get it ready for the paint shop. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in today's video. So let's get cracking and let's get it all cleaned up first. I've got about half hour, then I'll shoot off, then I'll come back. I'll try and whip these hinges out as well quickly as well if I can. So let's get cracking, guys. I don't know if it's worth taking this scuttle panel off or not. I don't really want to because they're a bit of a nightmare and a bit of a pig to get into. I've known people to smash the glass, crack the glass because they're trying to put this back in. Don't know yet. I'll have a look. Anyway, let me set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, that is the hinges off. I will compare those hinges to the next pair I get, not kind of sure what colour I'm going to find, but I'm going to get a spray can and then colour the hinges in the right colour. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, as you can see, the crap that's down here, look at all that. Then that's going to block the drain plug. There's two, I believe, two drain plugs. There's one there and there's one there. And the water runs down, this side's not too bad, but the water runs down there and then drains out. But all that, this one, that's what, like I said, this one ain't that bad, but this one is completely blocked up. I think it goes right through. The channel goes right through. So that is all got to be cleared out. I'm not going to be able to leave that like that. So yeah, that's what's got to be done as well. But we'll do that in a little while. Let me now go off, get my bits and pieces, get the hinges, grab a spray can, try and get the airbox as well if I can, and then I'll come back and let you know, yeah, and we'll get cracking. So bear with me, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, guys, I am back 2 hours later, running around trying to find bits and pieces. One guy had some hinges, the other guy didn't have a airbox. Oh, it's just crazy. Anyway, I'm back. I've got some hinges. They're white. Got some spray paint as well. So we're going to do the hinges and we're going to do the inside of the bonnet. And I've got a new airbox. Well, second hand, but it's new for this. So that can go on in place. Bolt that down and that's done. Another job sorted. But yeah, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to paint the hinges. They can be drying whilst I'm moving on to the front end. So whilst the hinges are drying, we'll get the slam panel on, the rad pack, all that sort of side, button it all up, do it all back up, get it up to temperature, get the coolant in it, do all that stuff. And then, yeah, just see, and then we've got to prep the bonnet. So we'll do that. So yeah, still loads to do. So let's just crack on, guys. Let's just see what we can get done today. After that, running about, let's do this. Right, okay. Woohoo! That was a lot of work, but it's all back together. The whole front end is more or less done. Apart from a few checks I need to do to make sure the coolant is still, you know, it's not dropping at all. So I've got to check that. I've already checked the oil, so that's all done. No leaks, which is good. The thermostat. Is all good. All the pipes are good. The connectors, there's no leaks whatsoever. So, yeah, that's really good news. And yeah, I've got it up to temperature, I think, because you know I've got to be careful here. There's no cluster, so I don't actually know the temperature of the engine. But I'm getting hot air coming through. The fan's kicking in, kicking out. So it's, you know, it's doing exactly what it should do, really. I've got coolant in the system, so I'm not, obviously, you know, I'm not worried about overheating or, you know, but even though I can't test the actual temperature because I can't see it, I'm quite confident that, you know, it's okay to run, as long as we've got coolant flowing through the system, which it is. This pipe is red hot. The fan coming on, whatever. So, you know, I can keep it running. So far, so good. We are getting there. I have started to do a little bit of paint on the bumper. You can see a lot of, I primed it first, keyed it back, then primer yesterday, then sort of base coat all the way around, and I've done the hinges as well, all the way around. So they're just drying off the last little bit, and then that way, those hinges can go on, and then we can start work on the bonnet. So I think that's what we'll do next, guys, is I'll get the bonnet down, I'll start keying that back, rubbing it back, getting some nice thin base coat on there, and just so that we can sit it on top, you know what I mean? And then that way, it should, you ain't got to do both sides then, you can just do the top part, and then, yeah, that's it, done, really. So, whew, what a mission. And we've still got to clear all this out as well. So I'll get the hoover, clear all that out, clean all that up. We'll get the hinges in place, get them connected both sides. It's much easier with the scuttle panel off. It is a little bit more dangerous and a little bit, there you go, that's the fan. So yeah, removing the scuttle panel is a little bit tricky because you don't want to crack this glass at all, so you've got to be really careful, but it's just a lot easier when it's out of the way. So guys, you know, this is really coming along now, getting it ready to go to the paint shop. But let's keep going. Look, it's dropped again, look. It should be up here. So again, it's dropped. So I'm just going to keep sort of checking it, keep testing it. There's a little bleed nipple here as well. Undo that. Just squeeze the pipes. Just get the air out of the system, and away you go. But let's just crack on, and let's see how far we get. Let's do this. Right. Whew. Okay, guys. So let me show you what is going on. Basically, I thought this bonnet was in a better condition, really, than what it is. I've got to be honest. Everything else is, you know, absolutely fine. I've checked it, everything, apart from this corner. So, yeah, as you can see, it's got like a little dent here. And it's like double skimmed as well. So I don't think I'm going to get that out. I will have a little play with it, I've got to be honest, just to see if I can, because the prices of parts, like people, you know, that are breaking cars, just expect like that, you know, even a damaged bumper bonnet is like £100, even when it's damaged. I just can't believe. They're overpaying for their cars at auction to break, and they're just passing that, you know, overpaying for vehicles. They're just passing that on to people in parts and pushing the prices up on parts. That's the only thing I can think of, because, you know, you could easily pick up a bonnet a year ago, 50 quid. Now, a decent one, like, they're like £200 plus. It's just unbelievable. So, what I'm trying to get at, I'm going to see if I can repair it, because it's a big chunk of change to sort of add to this quite long list of parts I've already done on the car. You know, everything else I've done to it, to go out and buy a bonnet would just be crazy, because it would just push all the money right up. So I'm going to have a go at it just to see if it looks any good, and then the the paint guy can sort of sort out the rest. He might have to do a little bit of filling on the top, but he's got to paint it anyway. So yeah, you can see where I'm going with this. But the rest of the bonnet is absolutely fine. All I've got to do is paint the underneath, which I've got a spray can for. So I've done the hinges, you saw that. So the hinges are all in place, all painted up nice, matching colour. But I'm not going to paint this underneath this bonnet until I'm 100% sure that I can repair this, and the paint guy can do the rest and paint it. So yeah, that's where we are with that. I've left the scuttle panel off for the minute, because the actual bonnet is a little bit high. So we've got you can see there, the hinges have got to come down there. The actual position of the actual bonnet, like that way, is pretty good. It's pretty good. Just wants a little bit of playing that way. But again, this side, sorry guys, I had the neighbour come in, so I had to stop there. We've still got a little play with that as well, haven't we? I can get right up and I can feel it right up there and push it. So I might be able to just bring that out a little bit, that wing. Anyway, this bonnet, so you can see that it's definitely a little bit high on the old hinges. So whilst it's like this, you can get a spanner in that, undo the bolts there, push it down, do the bolts back up, and then you know that that's in the right position. It has got to go, is it got to latch even further. So it's got to be pushed right down like that, so we can get the proper latch, and then I'll push the hinges down both sides so that it sits in the correct position. But yeah, I'm just using this bonnet as a guide, really, because we might not be using it, but at least I can get the hinges set up in the right position, get that light in, get that bumper on, and then yeah, I'll make a decision on the bonnet itself. Just not sure. There's going to be a lot of people out there going, that's well repairable, you'll be able to repair that, paint shop be able to do that. But I just want to make sure that it's 100% right, and it's 100% looking right as well. There's no point in just looking, I don't know. And like I said, I'll have a play with it. You know me. If it's not right, it's gone. But that's another, well, I can't even find it in a minute. Bonnet, so like 150 quid, 200 quid. Crazy money. And I'm never going to find one in colour, this colour, never. So whatever I get, I just don't care. I'll just get painted. Anyway, let's crack on for now. We've got a little bit more time. Let's do this. Right, okay. Whew, guys, what a day. Just cracking on with this one, trying to get it done. I've made a decision on the bonnet. And yeah, I'm going to go and grab another one. I found one, actually not too far around the corner, so I ain't got to go miles for it. And it's £100. So, yeah, I think I'm going to just bite the bullet and just spend the money, just so that I know that it's completely... You know, it's not damaged as well, so it's a good one. It just needs painting. I just don't want to mess around with it. Do you know what I mean? So I think, do you know what? Just get rid of that, scrap it, chuck it in the bin at the front, and yeah, get another one, £100. So yeah, that is where we are. We are coming to the end of the day. I'm running out of time, guys. I'm gonna have to call it there. That's the end of today's video. I've done loads, absolute loads on this car. So it is getting there slowly. I think tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Friday, innit? I've really got to get this to the paint shop, you know? So I might continue this tomorrow, so we can finish off at the end of the week, sort of, you know, getting this done. And then we'll jump on the Mercedes next week, once I get a few more bits and pieces to come in from that. But yeah, for now, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me putting this back on the road, putting it back together. I'm getting a load of new parts, new slam panel, new rad pack, aircon. That's all brand new, so that's all good. And yeah, I've still got to get the cluster back from the guy that I took it over to. I've still not heard from him. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, I'll go and get it Saturday morning and then ready for next week. But for now, that is going to be the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed watching me do it, guys. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate that if you can do that. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Take care.